What if I told you there is a 22-year-old from South Africa who is so fast right now that he is just 5/100ths of a second away from erasing a national record that has stood for 8 straight years, and the man whose record he is chasing used to be his own training partner? That is not a rivalry you read about in a novel. That is real life, and it is happening right now. So stay with me, because by the end of this, you are going to understand why the entire world of sprinting should be very, very worried about Sinesipho Dambile. Let us set the scene properly. It is Friday night, the 19th of June, 2026. The city is Doha, Qatar. The air is warm and thick. The stadium lights are blazing. And the Diamond League, which is the most prestigious regular season athletics competition on the planet, has gathered the best sprinters in the world for one night of serious racing. These are not ordinary athletes. These are the fastest human beings walking the earth right now, and they are all lined up for the men's 200 meters. Dambile steps into his blocks. He is young. He is lean. He has that quiet focus you see in athletes who are not thinking about what already happened. They are only thinking about what is about to happen. The starter calls the field to their marks. The crowd goes still for just a moment, and then the gun fires. Dambile gets out sharp. He is controlled on the curve, not panicking, not pushing too early, just building, building, building. As he straightens into the home straight, you can see it. The separation is happening. He has a small lead. His arms are driving hard. His stride is long and powerful. And then he hits the line. The clock freezes. 19.74 seconds. The stadium erupts. That time is a new personal best for Dambile. But more importantly, and this is the part that makes your jaw drop, it is his very first Diamond League victory ever. In his career, he did not just run a fast time on a quiet night. He won the biggest stage in regular season athletics and did it against a world-class field. Behind him, Makanakaishe Charamba from Zimbabwe crossed in 19.88 seconds for second place. Third went to Alexander Ogando from the Dominican Republic in 19.96 seconds. Now, some of you might not know Ogando's name, but you should. He was part of the Dominican Republic relay team that won the world title in the 4x400 meters relay back in 2022. This is a man who knows what it feels like to stand on top of the world. And Dambile left him in third place and made it look like a Sunday training session. But here is the thing. Here is the number that changes everything. That national record, the one set by Clarence Munyai back in 2018. It sits at 19.69 seconds. Dambile is now only 5/100ths of a second away from it. 5/100ths. That is almost nothing. In sprinting terms, that is a breath. That is a blink. That is the difference between a tight corner and a perfect one. And Dambile is closing in on it at a rate that is making people nervous. What makes this even more incredible is the man whose record is on the line. Clarence Munyai. The same Clarence Munyai who used to train alongside Dambile. They shared a track. They pushed each other in practice. And now the young student is coming for the teacher's greatest achievement. There is something poetic about that, and something ruthless about it at the same time. And this was not just one lucky night in Doha. This has been a whole season of building momentum. Go back to April of this year. Dambile lines up at the Kip Keino Classic in Nairobi, Kenya. He runs 19.77 seconds. That is a personal best at the time. He walks off that track knowing he has something special happening inside him. Then the Diamond League season begins. His first meet, third place. Second meet, second place. Third meet, second place again. Every single race, he is pushing, learning, adjusting, growing. And then Doha, first place. His time drops from 19.77 to 19.74. That is 3/100ths shaved off in the span of a few months. At that rate of improvement, the 19.69 record is not a question of if. It is a question of when. And if the Doha race was not enough, let me tell you about what happened just 2 days before that. Dambile was in Ostrava, Czech Republic. They held an unofficial 150-meter race, a short, explosive sprint that tests your raw speed and your drive phase. His competitor? Only one of the most famous sprinters on the planet right now. Noah Lyles, the American superstar, world champion, Olympic champion, the man the whole world was talking about. Dambile lined up next to him, raced him, and crossed the line second. But here is what matters. His time of 14.78 seconds was a brand new South African best over that distance. He ran one of the best 150-meter times in South African history 2 days before going to Doha and winning the Diamond League. Two enormous performances in the same week. You do not do that by accident. You do that when your body and your mind are both in a completely different gear. After the Doha win, the microphones came out. Reporters gathered around him. And what Dambile said was both calm and terrifying at the same time. He looked at them and said, and I am paraphrasing here, that this is the best season of his life so far, but he is still building, and he knows he is going to keep getting better. Think about what that means. He just ran 19.74. He just won the Diamond League. He just came within a hair of a national record that has stood for 8 years. And his own assessment is that he has not even hit his ceiling yet. If you are one of the sprinters who finished behind him in Doha, those words should keep you up at night. Now let us zoom out and look at the bigger picture, because Dambile's story is part of something larger happening in South African sprinting right now. Just 2 days after Doha, the action shifted to the Netherlands. The FBK Games in Hengelo. Cold weather, fast track, electric atmosphere. And in the men's 100 meters, 2 South Africans lined up ready to race the world. One was Akani Simbine, the veteran, the legend, the face of South African sprinting for the past decade. The other was Bradley Nkwana, a rising young gun who has been knocking on the door of greatness for a couple of years now. The race went off. It was tight from the gun. When they crossed the finish line, the official result showed both Simbine and Nkwana had run exactly 10.08 seconds. Same time, same hundredth of a second. To separate them, the officials had to go to the thousandths. And Simbine won by just 0.03 of a second. 3 thousandths. That is not even visible to the human eye. That is a margin so small it almost does not exist. And yet, that was the difference between first and second place. What that race showed is exactly what the sport is buzzing about right now. South African sprinting is no longer carried by 1 or 2 big names. The talent pool is deep, and it is getting deeper every single season. You have Dambile chasing national records in the 200. You have Simbine still competing at the absolute top level in the 100. You have Nkwana pushing him to the thousandths. You have Banda Walaza also making noise. This is a sprint factory right now, and every time you turn around, someone new from South Africa is running a time that makes the whole world pay attention. And back to Dambile, because his story is far from over. In fact, the biggest chapters are still to come. Next month, the Commonwealth Games are happening in Glasgow, Scotland. For Dambile, this is personal. He has never competed at the Commonwealth Games before. This will be his first time, and he is not going there just to participate. He is going there to win. He wants gold in the 200 meters. He might also run a leg in the 4x100 meters relay for South Africa. When asked about his goals in Glasgow, he was clear and direct. He said he wants the gold medal, for himself and for his team. He called it very important. He said this is the year he gets to experience the Commonwealth Games for the first time, and he wants to make that experience count. That kind of focus is rare. A lot of young athletes talk about hoping to do well, hoping to be competitive, hoping for a medal. Dambile is not hoping. He is planning. There is a difference. Hope is passive. Planning is active. And everything about his season so far, the training, the results, the attitude, tells you this is a man who executes his plans. Beyond the Commonwealth Games, there is another massive target on the calendar. In September, the brand new World Athletics Ultimate Championships will be held in Budapest, Hungary. This is the first time this event is happening, a new global competition at the highest level, and Dambile wants to be part of making that history. He already has experience on the world stage. Last year, he made it all the way to the final of the World Championships in Tokyo. That kind of experience, standing in a global final, feeling the pressure, knowing what it takes, that shapes a sprinter. It hardens them. And when they come back the next season, they come back different. Better. So where does all of this leave us? Let us bring it together. Sinesipho Dambile is 22 years old. He just ran 19.74 seconds, 500ths off the South African national record that has not been touched in 8 years. He won the Diamond League in Doha against a world-class field. He ran a South African best in the 150 meters just days before that. He is heading into the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Hungary for his first gold medal. He is targeting Budapest in September. And according to his own words, he has not peaked yet. He is still building, still improving, still unlocking what his body is capable of. The 19.69 record set by Clarence Munyai in 2018 has survived challengers, seasons, and years. But it has never seen a challenge quite like this one. It has never faced a young man running this well, this consistently, at this stage of his development, while openly saying he believes he has more to give. When Dambile looks up from his lane after the next big race, whether that is Glasgow, Budapest, or somewhere in between, there is a very real chance that the record board will already be in the process of changing. And when it does, remember this moment. Remember the Friday night in Doha. Remember the 19.74. Remember the young man who said he was still building. Because the truth is, he was not chasing a record. The record was running from him. And it is starting to lose ground.